Welcome to another episode of my podcast on effective teamwork agility pills. Today we're going to talk about the workflow visualization in Kanban method. Imagine a symphony orchestra. 100 musicians, each with their own instrument, notes, and interpretation. How is it possible that they produce a coherent, harmonious sound? The answer is simple: they have a conductor and a score. The conductor, through his gestures, visualizes the music, and the score is a graphical record of the piece, available to all musicians. Without it, we would have a cacophony, not a concert. It is similar with teamwork. Without visualizing the workflow, we risk chaos, delays, and frustration. As an agile coach, I have seen this hundreds of times. Teams that do not visualize their work remind me a bit of a group of tourists wandering through a forest in the fog. Everyone goes their own way, no one knows where the goal is, and communication is limited to sporadic shouting. Sometimes someone discovers America, i.e., completes a task that has long been done by someone else. So we have double the work and lost time. I remember a team of programmers who worked on a large e-commerce project. They were very talented, but they were completely unable to organize themselves. Everyone worked on their piece of code, not knowing what the others were doing. The result? Code integration was a nightmare, deadlines were constantly being pushed back, and the atmosphere in the team was tense. Only the introduction of the Kanban board and workflow visualization brought about a significant improvement. Suddenly, it turned out that everyone could see what needed to be done, who was working on what, and what the blockages were. Communication became smoother, and work more effective. What exactly does flow visualization give us? First of all, transparency. All team members have a clear picture of the status of task implementation. There is no room for guesswork, speculation, or hidden problems. It builds trust and a sense of responsibility. Secondly, better communication. Visualization becomes a reference point for conversations and discussions. Instead of saying "I'm working on this," we can show a specific task on the board and discuss progress. This saves time and eliminates misunderstandings. Thirdly, identification of bottlenecks. Visualization allows you to see where tasks are blocked. This may be due to lack of resources, knowledge gaps, or process issues. Identifying bottlenecks allows you to remove them and streamline the workflow. Fourth, continuous improvement. Visualization gives us data based on which we can analyze our work process and look for opportunities to improve it. This inspect and adapt approach is the foundation of Agile. Workflow visualization is like a roadmap for the team. It allows you to see where we are going, and what obstacles stand in our way. It is not just a board with tasks, but above all a tool for communication and collaboration. Without visualization, we lose orientation, we do not know what is happening, who is working on what is the progress, and what problems. Communication becomes chaotic, and decision-making is based on intuition, not facts. The risk of delays, errors, and frustration increases. Teams without visualization often work in firefighting mode, instead of proactively managing their workflow. So how do you make the status of tasks visible to everyone? First of all, let's use a Kanban board or another visualization tool. It can be a physical board with cards, a magnetic board, or an online tool such as Jira or Trello. It is important that the board is visible to all team members and is regularly updated. Secondly, use clear and understandable labels. Use colors, icons, and labels to quickly identify task types, priorities, and status. Thirdly, organize regular team meetings around the board. This is an opportunity to discuss progress, identify problems, and plan further actions. And what happens when we give up visualization? Let's go back to the analogy with the orchestra. Imagine that the conductor disappears and the scores are hidden. What happens? Chaos, lack of synchronization, false sounds. It is similar in a team that does not visualize its work. Alexander Koska, Agile Institute.